G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here we're going to be going into the new Shadow Dragons boss rush and we're going to be smashing out all the missions in one go. So for this one you need to clear it with GT Heroes and Battle of Fates unit, as you can see here we can do that with a full GT Heroes lineup. If you didn't have some of these units, obviously we've got the boost for you and you active. I'd be interested to see how you could go with the extra support of someone like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku next to you in this event. But yeah, otherwise I think this is the most optimal build that you can go with. Clearly, you can just do this in two separate runs, and that is going to work really, really effectively. But yeah, we're going to roll like this and see what type of magic we can produce. So, for the first turn here, I am going to float off the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The plan will be to rock him on the other rotation with the AGL Gogeta. If you've been using him, you know you got to use him in slot 1 or 2. So yeah, by having him on that second rotation, we'll just rock with him in slot 2 and he can just do his thing. I put the Super Saiyan 4s in slot 1 here so that they are able to stack. I'm thinking to leave this rotation here and then we will actually use the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku as a floater, which seems crazy, but he's got the 2-turn support. He'll be able to give off that 10% damage reduction support. So I think that this should work really effectively. We could get a little bit stooged by locking later on in the fight, but for the time being, I think that's definitely going to be like our best way to rock it anyways. So pretty confident that we will be able to, get all of this done. Does have quite a bit more HP than back in the day, but I envision that AGL Gogeta is going to say adios amigo with that 51 million super attack right there. We'll get the attack raise, so next turn is hitting even harder, and bang. So that is one stage down, done and dusted. I do know that it is 8 stages to get this one done. So it is Sin and Omega separate. I guess we're rocking this for this one. What we'll do is we'll go that into that, and then we'll grab some type advantage. So we've literally just got the easy A's for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We got the counter. Nice. What? Didn't we? I swear that's clicked like we got the counter. Okay. Anyway, so we're doing a 32 million with the, I forgot about this. Geez, one of the more annoying abilities from back in the day, Kapow. So normal should dish out, pretty solid damage there. The one time we would have hoped to have been a normal merchant. But yeah, this is my first time using the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta since his Easy A that just dropped. Obviously 32, 33 million's not too shabby at all. I haven't put any of the additional new skill orbs on him, so I'll have to do that after this fight. But yeah, that looked pretty good to start off with us right there. So what we'll do here is we'll just drop you in there. That'll let us set up these physical key spheres nicely. Kapow. Next time the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku comes around, we'll be able to transform him. We'll go into Super Saiyan 4 and just dominate from there. Another stunning phase. Obviously, I haven't done any of these older Shadow Dragon stages in a long time, so we are just getting sort of like a rude awakening to all of these abilities that the bosses do have. I just remember that, there is multiple locking phases that we will have to deal with. So compare Super Saiyan 4. To be honest, it's not the end of the world that AGL Gogeta didn't get to Super. It just means we are going to be missing out on some attack raising. So yeah, as I said, not the end of the world. As long as we've got that attack built up for later on in the fight, where we're then able to do a massive active skill turn, we'll be looking good. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku will get the guaranteed crit here from being at 24 key, and that should finish Oceanus off, and we move onward and forward to the next phase. So Kapow, And let's see. Let's see. So here's, yep. Is that locking or is that sealing or is that, must be sealing, which is a bit annoying because Super Saiyan 4 Goku here is a unit that does raise attack for multiple turns, so getting him off as many supers as we can is ideal. But anyway, he may not even get to super anyway. The way that the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can just go absolutely crazy. Yeah, he could just absolutely, yep, do that. He can do that. Yeah, and that's the reason why I was pretty confident in how this team would perform. Just because AGL Gogeta is going to be able to absolutely carry the show here. So now we've got Nova. We could pop the actives here. Not going to bother. We'll save those ones for later on. The same reason I'm not popping the Super Saiyan 4s into Gogeta. I literally may as well just save that one turn of extremely high damage reduction where we can get the counters and all that good stuff. So we may as well save that for the next phase. No counter. That's cool. We still fire off a 46 million super there. And 34. Cool. That one does hit. So nice. Does the crit. He's actually, we didn't dish off, yeah, it's funny, usually when you're using Gogeta you're just expecting the boss to just die, but he lives to tell the tale after this rotation, so yeah, look at you go, Nova. Really happy with the free-to-play Nova as well. Actually, I think I used him in my GT bosses only build video yesterday, and some of the damage that him and like the Legion of Shadow Dragons were doing was actually pretty nuts. So yeah, was quite impressed by those two there. Physical Super Saiyan 4s just firing off super after super after super. And we have dwindled his HP down nice and low for Int Gogeta. So Int Gogeta does have the super effective. He won't have been hit, so he won't have any of the guaranteed crit or the crit build up or anything like that. So that's one thing that we can get later on in the fight that we don't have just yet. Dang, we are not getting no counters. Nothing. Yeah, YOLO. And we'll go that into that. You don't really need to leave that many key spheres for the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so we can just claim them all with the Great Apes. That's then going to, yeah, compare, let us do a little bit more damage. We could go pretty close to getting the finish here just because of the guaranteed crits, but I think we're going to just fall short even if we do get like the 2 additional supers here. Let's see what we've got. Nope, no additionals. Classic, but that's alright. Another turn against Nova doesn't. Oh wow, we didn't get any additionals. That's tough. Nova can do the multiple super attacks. We're going full dodge mode though, which is irrelevant because obviously we can't take any damage there anyways. We've got the goat animation. I say it every video that I have this sort of animation pop off, but it looks phenomenal. I do sort of wish I could skip it because I have watched it so many times because I always use this AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku on teams, but it is what it is, as they say. So we're going to run the Grisk here. We're going to get you a stack of your attack. We're going to go that, and then we'll just grab some type advantage. We'll keep building up that Dokkan gauge. Yeah, I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we do need to at least begin getting him some stacks off here. So you can see 32 milli on that one. Gets dodged, which is fine because it then means we pump out another one. So that one got the finish. Cool. I just think his defense was a little bit more important. Oh. See, now that's not ideal. If we pop this now, where is the super? And the super attack is in slot 1. So if we pop that and we do some big time damage, skadoosh. Dang, I was hoping that was going to be enough for the physical Gogeta to be able to use his active skill. Unfortunately not. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that, and we're just going to be relying on the counter here, which we did get. Thank goodness, because otherwise we were in a lot of trouble. So bang, we got the 23 milli with you. Is definitely annoying that we had to break up the rotations a bit, but thankfully the Super Saiyan 4s, like obviously they share all of those links together, so it means that we still do get some really productive rotations, even if they're not exactly what we want. For this one in particular, on the next rotation, it'll mean AGL Gogeta can run alongside the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's going to be really, really dominant there. I imagine that we'll get the finish with AGL, yeah, Gogeta. So honestly, that all just came down to the counter. I probably didn't really need to use the active for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I was just seeing if we could, yeah, make that a little bit easier for ourselves. Yeah, we'll do that. We fall 1 key short, which definitely sucks. Then we'll grab that into that. There's dodge, that's funny. So 55 milli, nice. It feels pretty irregular that you actually don't see the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at 24 key. But bang, then we get the additional, nice little 41. It feels so crazy to see additional supers doing 41 million damage, getting the crits. Yeah, it makes me think back to like 2 years ago when we had the AGL Blues and they're pumping out like 4 million additional supers or whatever. Pretty crazy stuff. But cool, things are going swimmingly at the moment. So we do get supered, not a concern. Oh my lord! I was just about to say not a concern, but that was big concern. 700k. Wow. Okay, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting. I guess I should have just kept the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku in slot 1. Holy moly. We do get a 43 million super for the Int Gogeta here. Dang. Okie dokie. The AGL Gogeta on the next rotation will have the advantage of the damage reduction from Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So that is definitely a positive there. We get up to 51 million with the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Nice. Bang, and the crit. Double digits. Still building up that crit chance with you. So what we'll do is we grab that into that, and then Vegeta should have pretty, 600k. We grab those three, and that gets us back up to 530k. So another super attack. This is scary. 292. Okay, so what we can attribute that to is the fact that we did, as I mentioned, have the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku's damage reduction support, but also the AGL Vegeta, who everyone has been talking poorly on, and I haven't really spoken about him. I wasn't the biggest fan of his or Goku's kit when they did get announced. I will say Goku in game does look way crazier than he did on paper, but yeah, he does provide that 40% defense, and I think that definitely had a role to play in that one there. So for this, what we can do, so we've got a super attack straight off the bat there. So what I'm going to do is pop that one there. So compare, that'll do some big time damage to us. We may as well pop that now because I don't think this is going to go long enough for this to come back around on rotation. We then pop that. And then I guess we probably have to do this. So what we can do is grab all those AGL key spheres. That's going to get us our Dokkan attack and a good amount of healing. And then, what's the most? We can get 3. Yeah, I guess we'll take that for you. Cool. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Guaranteed hits, so we cannot dodge this. Maybe I should have gone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in slot 1. 324k. Whoo-wee! We grinded. So Kapow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like that's the first time I've used a Dokkan attack in a video in forever. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because our own units are doing so much damage now that it feels like bosses just don't get to survive long enough. But here we go. A few Big Bang Kamehameha damage coming in. That doesn't even make sense. Good English, but you guys know what I mean. We're about to dish out a bunch of damage with the Gogeta. From there, we'll have Goku in slot 2, who's going to be able to pump out some 30 millis for us, and then also the physical Gogeta in slot 3 is going to go crazy as well. So honestly, wouldn't surprise me if we did just one turn this last phase against Int Omega. I did feel like this team was honestly almost like cheating bringing it in here, but yeah, the opportunity to get all the missions done in one go, you can't be skipping out on that. So 32 milli there. Bang. Oh, actually, no, we probably won't get this done. Tell you what we are going to get is a full heal at the end of this turn from that Dokkan attack. But yeah, looks like we're not even going to get close. So, like 45 milli there for AGL Gogeta. It's definitely a pretty fat attack stat for us. Then follows up with a 34 million additional. The old clone Kamehameha. Bang. Into the normal. And we're actually at turn 10, so that means that Int Gogeta here loses out on some of his... he loses out on his great chance, becomes a 70... Actually, no, because he didn't appear straight away. Yeah, no, ignore me. He does still have the great chance for now. We're at full HP. We've got the damage reduction support for AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I do think that this will still do quite a bit of damage. Let's see. 387. Yeah. Pretty hefty. A lot of units are really going to struggle in this stage, aren't they? A few of your stable units in newly easy aid, Vegeta and Trunks are going to be amazing in here. Yeah, it would be interesting to test a couple of these lower end teams or teams that maybe lack stackers. Like I look at the Shadow Dragons team, we don't really have stackers. This is sort of like a longer style of fight. The STR Blue Goku and Vegeta team will obviously dominate this, and that will be a really good way to get your Battle of Fate numbers sorted, because yeah, they will easily be able to get that with the Fused Fighter and Future Saga leader skill. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku here, he hasn't really had an opportunity to stack, but the fact of him being able to get some supers in there, yeah, perfect. And then we've got the Int Gogeta here, just, casual 40 millions. He also has been building up that crit chance, of course. Doesn't proc, but we've got 48 million here. Haven't been able to pop the active skill for that extra stat buff. Still no crits. Come on now. Bang. Okay, so that must be the crit fully built. Yeah, surely for him. So let's see. So this gets tough. Am I better off grabbing this or doing that to get the AGL? 63. We do have 40% defense from the Vegeta. There you go, my computer went into its screensaver because I hadn't touched it. You guys missed it, that did 210k. So that is really annoying. The AOE, not ideal. Wowie, yeah, this is a tough fight. A lot of teams are going to really struggle with this. AGL Gogeta taking, and this is the Rainbow Friend. It's not even like my 69% sort of lacking stats Gogeta. So bang. Anyways, there we go. We got the job done. All the same, was one and done with this team. I don't know if this one's got the counter on it as to how many attempts you are able to have a go at it, but yeah, if it can show that, we'll show that. So 19 minutes, pretty much 20 minutes there. You can see that is the full GT Heroes Battle of Fate team. Claim all of those. We get all the Shadow Dragon medals for the support memory, as well as 15 stones. And then that also lets you claim some of the rainbow tickets. You can see I've just got this last mission to go, and then I've got the 50. So let me know how you found the stage. It seems to be pretty tough. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.